We are just mere hours from the granddaddy of them all. WrestleMania 40 is tonight. If you're listening to this on Saturday, of course. But welcome into Squared Circle Radio. My name is Chris Belcher. I am your host. Thank you for being with us today. And we thought today on this WrestleMania Saturday, we would drop a very special episode for you. What is it? Well, all month long, we've been playing WrestleMania trivia. We've covered 1 through 40 in one way or another. And today we have compiled all of those trivia sessions for you in one compilation episode so that you can go back and learn a whole lot more about WrestleMania through the years. Now, if this is your first time joining us, welcome to the show. Make sure that you're following us wherever you find your podcast. Download, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Like this video. We would appreciate it very, very much. It helps the show out tremendously. Also on our YouTube channel, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, like the majority of you haven't, please just do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. And you'll get a notification every time we drop a new episode. And that's that. That's all it takes. That helps the show out. We would appreciate it very much. We've got a QR code down on our ticker for our Pro Wrestling Tees store, so just make sure that you check that out as well. Also on our ticker, you see that SportsWire Radio logo. That is our exclusive partner, sportswireradio.org. That's sports with a Z. That's where you can hear our show, as well as other tremendous shows about wrestling, sports, and everything. Tom and the crew do a great job over there, so check them out. Check out our YouTube channel if you haven't already, but if you like listening in traditional audio format, we are available, again, wherever you find your podcast. Now, again, this trivia compilation spans over the past month. We've got special guests like Tyler Peters. Andy York is, of course, there. His wife, Katie, is on an episode as well. So we're going to bounce back and forth and do decades. So we'll do 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, and then 31 through 40. So that's all available right here on this. Again, WrestleMania is tonight. If you're watching this on Saturday, make sure you tune into our YouTube channel. We're going to go live after WrestleMania Night 1 tonight, and then, of course, after Night 2 tomorrow night. It being WrestleMania week, we've dropped content all week long. So again, if you're new to the channel, go back and check out all the previous episodes. Josh Pate, yes, college football personality Josh Pate joined the show. We had a great conversation with him on Monday. We've previewed both Night 1 and Night 2. Those episodes are available in the archives. We've played trivia. The MCWF, our fantasy booking show, we released an episode of that this week. Go back and check all of that out in our archives. Again, wherever you find your podcast and on our YouTube channel. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's get to all the WrestleMania trivia that you could ask for. Let's dive in, man. WrestleMania trivia. So what we're going to do before we get into 1 through 10, I thought we'd play a little game together to get you involved as well, since, again, you're the one handing out the questions here on this episode. We are going to use a quiz app, and no, I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but we're going to use a quiz app. We're going to take the quiz together of WWE WrestleMania main events. Now, we're not naming specifically the main event, but we are naming all the participants of all main events 1 through 39. That includes night 1 and 2 of 37, 38, and 39. So, Andy and I are going to do this together. Andy, we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock to do this. Are you ready?
I am ready.
No, I said I'm just kidding. All right. 5 minutes are on the clock. I don't think it's going to take us all 5 minutes. Let's do this. Andy, I'll throw it to you first. Give me a WrestleMania main event participant.
Well, this will take care of the last 6. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is, of course, on there. I'll throw in his Shield brethren, Seth Rollins, as he technically counts in WrestleMania 31 because he cashed in. And 40, that is true, and 40.
We'll throw his counterpart at WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes.
All right, Cody Rhodes, of course. Let's go in the Wayback Machine. Let's knock out 5 or 6 right now. Give me Hulk Hogan.
We'll knock out a few more. Give me John Cena.
All right. Knocking out a whole lot here. Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels.
I guess I'll do The Rock.
Rocky has been in quite a few. His counterpart, the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. is on the list.
I'll throw a weird one. Only one, but The Miz. Before I forget about him.
That is correct. The Miz. WrestleMania 27. Let's go. I was just looking at the list here. Give me WrestleMania 26. Other main eventer. The Undertaker.
Let's do Triple H.
All right. And then again, another one. If I don't give it now, I'll forget. Triple H's WrestleMania counterpart for 18, Chris Jericho.
I'll do the one because if I don't, I'll forget him. Sid.
He actually had two.
Yeah, he did have two.
Yeah, WrestleMania 8.
Yeah, I already forgot about the other one.
WrestleMania 8, WrestleMania 13. Another oneer. Let's go all the way back to WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens had 38 and 39.
Did.
Give me the Rated R Superstar Edge.
The Viper, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton had a couple under his belt as well. Speaking of that one he had under his belt, Daniel Bryan.
Batista.
There you go. Well, let's get our Wayback Machine. Give me the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Sami Zayn.
All right, we have gotten 66 correct. 2.5 minutes to go. King Kong Bundy. That's WrestleMania 2.
Jey Uso.
All right, we'll put Uso in and we'll get Jimmy as well. So we'll knock both of those
Perfect.
guys out there. Give me, I'll stay current, AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah, the Boneyard match did main event. I forgot about that.
Yep.
We'll do Drew McIntyre.
All right, give me his counterpart there, Brock Lesnar, and that'll knock out a couple as well. Just under 2 minutes to go.
Bianca Belair.
All right, her counterpart, Sasha Banks. I'll take that one.
Becky Lynch.
That is correct. I'll let you fill out those other ones. Give me Ted DiBiase.
Charlotte.
All right, and then I will take Bret the Hitman Hart. It's weird we haven't said him yet.
And then Ronda. We'll round that out.
All right, Rousey. Okay, I'm going to go Mr. T.
Have we said Paul Orndorff yet?
We have not Sam Paul Orndorff. And then I'll round out that main event and give me Rowdy Roddy Piper. 10 spots to go, 1 minute.
Did we say Angle yet?
We've not said Kurt Angle. Good call. We have not said Chris Benoit yet. I'll fill that one in.
Oh, yeah.
8 spots left.
I forget what years we have left.
We are looking at 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 2000.
Big Show.
All right. I'll go ahead and work on 11. Lawrence Taylor. 30 seconds. 6 spots to go.
Bam Bam.
That's right. Bigelow. Give me Yokozuna. That'll fill in a few spots. 20 seconds.
Foley.
Foley. Ultimate Warrior. And we got 1 spot left. WrestleMania 7. Who did Hulk Hogan face? Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We made it with 12 seconds to spare. Look at us. That was a lot of fun. And we didn't miss any of those either. Nobody gave any bad guesses. We got all those right. Love that. All right. Andy, the floor is yours. Let's roll out 5 or 6 questions. And now I've given Andy the liberty to mix up all these questions. We did collaborate on a few of them, but I mix up all the questions. It's not going to be in WrestleMania order unless he decides to make it in WrestleMania order. So the floor is Andy's. Let's see what we can do.
All right. Let's start here. So at WrestleMania 6, okay, this Hall of Famer made his first appearance. Not in the crowd, but driving rhythm and blues to the ring in his pink Cadillac. Who is this superstar?
Diamond Dallas Page. Love it. Yes, he did.
All right. Both Lex Luger and Bret Hart challenged Yoko at WrestleMania 10 for the WWF Championship, and both of those title matches had special guest referees. Can you name both referees?
I can. One would be Mr. Perfect, and the other is
Okay.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Okay. We'll do one about your boy Sean. See how well you do with this one. So before he became the headliner, Shawn Michaels opened 3 straight WrestleManias during this time: 7, 8, and 9. Who were his opponents for these WrestleMania openers?
I have to write them down. Okay. 7 was Haku and Barbarian in a tag match. 8 was Tito Santana, and 9 was Tatanka.
Okay. Wow.
Shawn Michaels. Respect.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from him. Who came up with the name WrestleMania?
Oh, that was Finkus Maximus, Mr. Howard Finkel.
That is correct. All right.
And do you know the story behind that? Quickly,
I have not actually heard the story.
the story behind that is Howard Finkel was a big Beatles fan. And when the Beatles came to America, it was known as Beatlemania. So he said, why don't we call it WrestleMania?
It makes sense.
There we go.
Very smart. All right. WrestleMania 2 is the only WrestleMania to take place at multiple locations. Can you give me the 3 locations? And in one of the locations, give me the building.
Okay. Chicago was the Rosemont Horizon.
Okay.
LA was the Los Angeles Sports Arena. That's also where WrestleMania 7 was held. Okay. And then New York, it was not Madison Square Garden. I feel like it was like... Was it Nassau, maybe?
It was not.
Oh, then it was... I don't think it was White Plains. Was it Uniondale?
It was Uniondale.
All right.
It was Uniondale.
I'll take that one towards the end.
You only get half a point for that one.
I only get half a point. Okay, I'll take my half a point. It's fine. I'll take my half a point.
All right, so we talked about who came up with the name WrestleMania, but what was the original name for the Showcase of the Immortals?
I do know this one too. It was the Colossal Tussle.
Part of me wishes that would have stuck because that's a fantastic pay-per-view.
Isn't it? It's so good. It's so good. Yes.
That is such a good name.
Bruce Pritchard talked about that all the time on his podcast. He even has a shirt that says Colossal Tussle. So, yes.
That's great. That is awesome. So, we all know Andre had a rough history, right? And he had some tough time getting through his match at WrestleMania 3 against Hogan due to his back problems. WWE had a contingency in place in case he could not go through. Who was his replacement? Or who is rumored to be his replacement?
Wasn't Piper because Piper was a babyface. Bundy was the previous year. It had to have been somebody with Heenan. Who else did Heenan manage in 87? I don't think it would have been Honky Tonk Man. I'm trying to think of the heels that were on that card. Would it have been Savage?
That is not correct.
Oh, I'm going to give myself a big.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
He main evented one of the previous 2 WrestleManias.
Okay, the main event of 2 was Hogan Bundy. It wasn't Bundy. Was it Orndorff?
It was.
Okay. All right. All right. Missed that one.
All right. So we all like to talk about the Monday Night Wars and the Wednesday Night Wars and everything else. But the WWF and the NWA were really at war on the cable front during this time. And the WWE famously ran the first ever Rumble on free TV the same night that the NWA ran their pay-per-view called Bunkhouse Stampede. On the night of WrestleMania 4, the WWF actually booked the Omni in Atlanta, which is the NWA home arena, to show WrestleMania on a closed circuit. But the NWA aired a live event on free TV that night as well. The first ever Clash of Champions.
Yes, they did.
What was the main event and how and what was the time of the match?
Oh, giving me a layup on that one. It was at the Greensboro Coliseum. It was the Nature Boy Ric Flair going 45 minutes, a time limit draw for the NWA Championship against some up-and-comer named Sting.
Who was never heard of again.
Never heard of again. Just never heard of again. There's a contingency out there that match did not actually go 45 minutes. Just kayfabe it, guys. It went 45 minutes.
Yeah, it went 45.
It's fine.
All right, let's stay on the same track. So, the same war continued through the following year as the NWA decided to run another Clash of Champions event head-to-head with WrestleMania 5. On the show, it featured Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who had been a part of all 4 previous WrestleManias. Now, playing for the other team, who did Steamboat wrestle on that Clash show, which happened to be the second of their famous trilogy of matches in 1989?
Well, Andy, you see, whenever you play trivia and it's old school WCW stuff and you don't know, your default answer is what?
Ric Flair.
So the answer to this question, ladies and gentlemen, is Ric Flair.
That is correct.
No joke. I know it's WrestleMania season, and I know we're all reminiscing about WrestleMania. But if you have time to go back and watch that trilogy of matches in 1989 between Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat, it absolutely holds up to this day. It is so good.
It's one of those where it was ahead of its time.
Yep.
Like it's such a modern style of wrestling that it's so good. I think Ricky had a lot of matches like that were just ahead of their time.
He did.
Just really good.
You had, it was Wrestle War 89 was the finale, and that was in Nashville. The one you're talking about, I think, was in New Orleans. I think New Orleans was the second one. The first one was Chi-Town Rumble. I think that was a Clash of Champions also, but that was in Chicago. 3 just fantastic matches.
Yeah. All right, so we know WrestleMania is all about streaks sometime. And we know the greatest streak of all time is Michael Cole at 1-0 WrestleMania. But
how much did he pay you to say that?
That's undisclosed. So another undefeated streak came to the end during this window of WrestleManias, that being of the Ultimate Warrior. Now, he lost at WrestleMania 5 in an Intercontinental Championship match. Who beat Warrior?
The Warriors, I don't want to say greatest rival, but most consistent rival. That would be Ravishing Rick Rude.
That is correct. And that's also a match in the showcase mode of WWE 2K24 this year.
Speaking of WWE 2K24 this year, are you having fun playing it so far?
I think it's the best 2K game so far. Like the best WWE 2K game so far.
Do you feel like we say that every year that a new one comes out? It just gets better every year. Like I know 20 was rough, so like let's discount 20. But I feel like we say that every year they find a way to make it better.
kind of. I think 23 was disappointing. I didn't have a lot of fun with 23.
Okay.
And 22 was okay. I remember, like, my favorite, I think, is like 2019. That was the one with AJ on the cover.
Yeah, Rollins was 18 and AJ was 19.
Yeah.
Yes.
2019 was really good, and 2015 with Cena on the cover.
Yes.
Those are the two that really stick out to me. But 24, man, I can't tell you how many times I've done the special guest referee match and the casket match. They're so much fun. They are so much fun to play.
That's great. I haven't tried either of those yet, but me
and Katie talked about having you over one night, and she's going to be the referee of the match between us as we're playing the game, and she's gonna be the referee.
Can we do that? That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Certainly open to that idea. All right, before we move into some more trivia questions, I want to let you guys know that our Pro Wrestling Tees store is active as of this morning. ProWrestlingTees.com/squared circle radio, spelled all the way out. Go check it out. We have 2 shirts up there so far, more to come, but active as of this morning. And then we will work on, in the coming weeks, getting a little QR code for you that's on the screen. All you got to do is scan it and you'll go straight to it. But ProWrestlingTees.com/squared circle radio. Go support us. We would appreciate it very much. Buy a t-shirt. And then when you do, take a picture of yourself, tag us on social media at @SQCircle_radio. Post it, all the things. We would appreciate that very, very much.
All right, let's go back to the first WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
Okay. We just talked about him with his trilogy with Flair, and obviously his match with Macho Man is legendary, one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time, depending on who you're talking to.
Yes.
But Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeated Doink the Clown. Okay. But he was not called Doink the Clown at this time. What was his name?
His real name is Matt Bourne.
That is correct.
No kin to
Evan Bourne.
No kin to Evan Bourne or Jason Bourne, for that matter.
There you go. Yeah. Trying to find one that'll like stump you, but I think I've already done that one with the Paul Orndorff one.
That one was rough.
We'll talk about your boy. We'll talk about your favorite person in the world.
Oh no.
Let's talk about Dave Meltzer.
All
right. So we don't really talk about Dave Meltzer a whole lot unless Chris is dogging on him. We don't talk about the PWI a whole lot unless Chris is dogging on it.
Amen to that.
There was a match from WrestleMania 10 that won both the PWI Match of the Year and the Wrestling Observer Match of the Year. Which match was it? And I'll give you 4 options.
Okay.
Was it Bret Hart versus Owen Hart? Was it Randy Savage versus Crush?
No.
Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon? Or Bret Hart versus Yokozuna?
No. I hate to give Dave credit, but I think the answer is Shawn versus Razor.
That is correct.
Yeah!
Although I will say, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart is
just
fantastic.
Just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. And Shawn Razor wouldn't have won half the awards that it did if it didn't go the extra 10 to 15 minutes that it did.
Right, yeah.
A match got cut because of that.
Probably worked out. Anyways.
It was a 10-man tag with 1, 2, 3 Kid, Bob Holly, Jeff Jarrett, and a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that.
Nah.
So, all right, let's go back to WrestleMania 3, where the Junkyard Dog competed in a loser must bow match against what former NWA World Champion?
Don't even have to give me the choices. That one's Harley Race.
That is correct. At the first WrestleMania, which we talked about them earlier.
Okay.
But the U.S. Express.
Oh, yeah.
Lost the WWF Tag Team titles. Who did they lose to?
Oh, my gosh. $1985 tag team titles. Man, I get a hint at all?
I'm trying to think how to give you a good hint without giving it away. I'll say this. One of the guys became one of the most fun people to follow on Twitter.
Okay, so that's Sheiky, baby. Okay.
Okay.
So the Iron Sheik. Who did the Iron Sheik? Man, I'm clueless. I have no idea.
So is the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Would not have gotten that one. No way. All right. Let's do one more. Put it out on a high note.
All right. So a lot of people's first loss came at WrestleMania, right? We look at Asuka losing to Charlotte. That was her first ever loss. Warrior losing to Rude.
Yep.
Taker losing to Lesnar at WrestleMania. A lot of things like that have happened.
Yep.
But at WrestleMania 6, it famously featured Mr. Perfect's first loss in the WWF. Who defeated him at that event?
Oh, anybody that listens to Something to Wrestle With, namely Jared, who is not with us tonight. He's a little under the weather. But anybody that listens to that podcast knows this person by the initials BTFBB. But his name is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
That is correct.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. All right, if you are listening to us on SportsWire Radio, thank you for doing that. That is our exclusive partner. Tom and the crew take great care of us over there, play our shows all the time, along with all the other great shows that are on the channel. Make sure that you're tuned in, sportswireradio.org. That's sports with a Z. If you're not there already, make sure you check them out. One-stop shop for all your sports needs, especially around tournament time. Make sure you're tuned in over there. And baseball season is right around the corner. They do a lot of great baseball coverage. Go check them out, sportswireradio.org. And if you're tweeting at them, it's at Thomas Bryce 2017, and use the hashtag AllWrestlingMatters. All right. We promised you that we're going to do some wrestling trivia based around WrestleMania.
Here we go.
And here we go. This week we are covering WrestleManias 11 through 20. And we have found our fun little quiz site that is going to supply us with a quiz that I don't really know
how well we're going
to do, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
So the timer on this quiz is 18 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it off before then.
I did too.
At some point.
Yeah.
But unless we get them all before then, if we're really rolling.
Listen, if we get them all before then we're the greatest of all time.
Exactly right. All right. So the quiz that we are going to do, let me get some background music queued up here. The quiz that we're going to do is name every single performer from WrestleManias 11 through 20. I don't know how we're going to do this, Andy. I really don't.
This is your idea. Oh, wait, no, it was my idea.
It was definitely your idea. Definitely your idea. Here we go.
Oh,
WrestleMania trivia. 18 minutes on the clock. There's 166 possibilities.
Yeah.
So we're going to fire up the old computer here and let's see what happens. Andy, I'll give you first crack at it. Here we go.
All right. Let's go with Sean.
HB Shizzle. All right. I'm going to go with Owen Hart.
I'll go with Bret Hart.
Okay. And let's see here. Give me the British Bulldog.
Give me Stone Cold. I'm going with all the easy ones right out of the way.
Give me Lex Luger.
We'll go Dwayne.
Give me... let's go Big Show.
Triple H.
Chris Jericho.
Foley.
Trying to think of some of the undercard guys.
Yeah.
Let's go with Ken Shamrock.
Hardcore Holly.
Good one. Let's go with Bubba and Devon. The Dudley Boys. And Spike.
Let's go with Jeff Hardy.
We'll just put in Hardy and get both of them.
Yeah, that works.
Let's go Edge.
Christian.
Going to round that out. I'm going to go with Trish Stratus.
The Undertaker. It's WrestleMania.
Why not? Let's go with Big Boss Man.
Kane.
X-Pac.
Hogan.
There you go. That's a good one. Let's go William Regal.
Was that 20? I think it was 20. Goldberg? Was that 20?
It was 20. You're right. And we'll throw in Brock Lesnar in there.
Angle.
Eddie Guerrero.
Benoit. I feel like we're missing some big names still.
I'm sure we are, yeah. Let's see here. Randy Orton.
Let's go IRS. I don't know if he would have been there or not.
I don't believe so.
Probably not.
I don't think he was at 11. I don't think he competed at 11. I think he was there.
But didn't compete.
But did not compete. I'll give you the one that did, King Kong Bundy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Rey Mysterio. Possibly. 20.
Yep. He competed at 19 also. Trying to think of those 19 guys. A-Train.
Would that have been like, would Mark Henry be on here, surely?
Probably, yep. Mark Henry. Let's go Hawk and Animal.
D'Lo.
D'Lo Brown. Farouk.
Razor.
Jeff Jarrett.
Nash? Question mark?
Diesel. Yep. That is correct. Roddy Piper.
That's a good one. I feel like Sergeant Slaughter, but probably not. I think he may have shown up in something.
Yep, he did. Gimmick Battle Royal.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So we can start naming off the Gimmick Battle Royal guys too. Brother Love.
Sheiky baby.
Sheik. Who else was in that? One Man Gang was in it.
Gangrel.
He actually did not have a match.
Really?
Did not.
Wow.
That's shocking, right?
I thought he'd have had one.
I know. Sable.
Trish, maybe?
Nope, I said Trish already.
Oh, you did Lita.
Let's go with Victoria.
Tori Wilson.
Yep. And I'm going to go Stacy Keibler.
Was Honky Tonk Man in that Gimmick Battle Royal?
No, he was not.
I just threw a name out there that would see if it would stick.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
He was also at WrestleMania 11.
Was Crash Holly? Would he have been?
Yes. Which we already got Holly, so yes.
Okay.
We are at 58 out of
166.
Out of 166. Let's see who else we can think of. Oh, Randy Savage. No. Oh, that was at 10.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. Not Yoko.
Oh, Ric Flair.
Duh.
Goldust.
Yeah. Booker.
Mm-hmm. John Cena.
I'm trying to think what was 20 and 19. I'm just trying to think of those.
20 would have been Madison Square Garden, Taker, Kane, Goldberg, and Lesnar.
Is that Edge Foley? Well, no, that was
21.
23. That was 23. Yeah.
22 or 23.
Something like that. Not Ricky.
No.
Warrior.
Yeah, Warrior.
What?
12.
Oh, yeah.
Savio Vega. I did Goldust already. Maven wrestled.
What about? No, he wouldn't have been there.
Al Snow.
We said Big Boss Man, didn't we?
I said Boss Man. Yep. Oh. Billy Gunn.
Road Dogg.
Yep. Road Dogg. Terry Funk. A.K.A. Chainsaw Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
China. I have 70.
I feel like RVD, but that might have been later.
Nope.
He was
right
there.
on. Let's see if this Val Venus.
DDP?
Yep. That is one. Because he wrestled Christian.
Yeah. Just trying to think of that whole invasion angle of guys that were in that.
Let me go one more loop of this song and then we will call it a day. Let's go McMahon's, Vince and Shane.
Oh, duh. Probably Stephanie, too. No, she didn't wrestle, probably.
No, she didn't wrestle. Did Hurricane wrestle? Hurricane wrestle.
What about Mighty Molly? Hurricane wrestle, just throw Mighty Molly out there.
That's true. We got Molly. Yep, we got Molly.
Okay.
Yeah, she got her head shaved at 20. I'm real fuzzy on like 16. Like 15 and 16. Taka Michinoku. That worked.
There you go.
Ahmed Johnson would have been in there.
Would Tyson technically have? Would he count?
Kid? Oh, Mike Tyson. No, because he didn't wrestle.
Do a punch.
He did. That is
I
true.
don't know if that counted as participating or not.
Rikishi.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try Scotty Too Hottie. Grandmaster Sexay. Let's see.
I'm trying to just think of a name.
Oh, duh. Lawrence Taylor.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah. Earthquake.
He was in the gimmick. The Blue Brothers. I don't remember how to spell their name, though. There you go.
JBL? Or Bradshaw?
Bradshaw was, yep.
About Blue Meanie. Just to throw a random one out there.
Is he at WrestleMania?
I don't think so.
Test.
Taz, but
Taz, yep. Don't remember who he wrestled. Last couple here.
See, like 20, 21, and 22 run together for me.
Jazz. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's call it a day on this one. We got 90
We almost got
right.
100.
So we'll give up on this one and we'll see what the other answers are. Who did we miss that we should have gotten? Batista.
Wow.
Billy Kidman.
Yeah.
Dean Malenko. The Godfather. Mark Marrow. Let's see.
Pillman?
No, he never had a WrestleMania match.
Really?
Nope. Hillbilly Jim, Henry Godwin, Ricky Morton. Was he in the Gimmick Battle Royal? Sid.
Oh, yeah.
Vader.
Oh, wow.
Yokozuna. I guess I didn't put that in there when you said it.
Huh.
So we missed Shelton Benjamin. So we didn't miss like horrible.
No.
We
We didn't miss like a big, well, Batista, but
we didn't miss too many of them.
No.
That was fun. All right, let's get into a few of the questions here that we have written up here. Let's see what we got here. All right, I'll get the hardest question out of the way first because I came up with this question and I think it's fantastic.
oh no.
Owen Hart won his first championship in the WWF at WrestleMania 11. He won the tag team titles with a mystery partner that turned out to be Yokozuna. But Yoko wasn't the first or second choice to be Owen's partner. Who were the first two choices? And I'll give you hints.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number one
Mm-hmm.
was a guy that Owen teamed with previously,
Okay.
or the previous year, and got released at the beginning of 95, which is the year of WrestleMania 11.
Okay.
The other person is a wrestler, fellow Canadian, who wouldn't come into the company wouldn't get signed to the company for another 3 years.
And what year was this?
Another 4 years. WrestleMania 11 was 95.
So I'm going to guess just based off the hint for the second one.
Yep.
Jericho.
Incorrect.
Okay. He's the first Canadian that was
You're in the right neighborhood, though.
in the right neighborhood. Who else is Canadian, though? I mean, outside of like Edge and Christian. Is it one of them?
Nope.
I was about to say, because they're already in.
I'm fairly certain this guy's Canadian. There's a Canadian connection. Let's put it that way.
Canadian. I'm thinking like Kenny Omega.
Way wrong.
Just a few years off. And the first one he tagged with the year before.
Yep. That one should be an easy one.
Should be.
Should be.
I mean, like I'm thinking like British Bulldog, but
Incorrect.
yeah.
But in the right neighborhood again.
Yeah.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart
Oh, okay.
was the original
That makes
one.
sense.
He got released. And the other one, Chris Benoit.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think he's Canadian.
Canadian.
Canadian-ish.
Yes.
Canadian adjacent.
So the connection there obviously is the
Right.
dungeon. But what you may not have known, and I didn't know this until I looked it up, Benoit actually worked live events for the WWF later that year.
Really?
In June of 95, was managed by Ted DiBiase
Really?
and was not signed.
Wow.
Isn't that so shocking?
That's crazy.
Isn't it? Learn something new every day. All right.
Wow.
Let's go with another one. You'll get this one.
Hopefully.
Sticking with WrestleMania 11, Pro Football Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor wrestled in the main event. And just like with every WrestleMania, he had pomp and circumstance with his entrance, had several other NFL greats alongside him. One of them went on to have a very lengthy wrestling career. He even found himself as a member of the Four Horsemen. Who was it?
Oh, Lord. Four Horsemen.
Yep. Was married to Deborah. Kick yourself for this one.
I'm going to, yeah.
Steve Mongo McMichael.
Really?
Yep. He was there. He accompanied Lawrence Taylor to the ring.
I had no idea.
Yep. He was the commentator for the very first WCW Monday Nitro. Got in the ring, turned his back on Kevin Green, and became a Four Horseman, was married to Deborah, and the whole 9 yards.
Huh.
Mongo. All
I
right.
did not know that.
So we know that the WWE likes to spread apart the venues for WrestleManias, but they also like to repeat venues. In this decade, 11 through 20, we saw the shortest distance between WrestleManias held at the same venue.
Okay.
4 years apart.
Okay.
WrestleMania 12 and WrestleMania 2000, which was technically 16. I'm not going to ask you to name the venue.
Okay.
But can you give me the city in which these WrestleManias were held? Here are your options: Anaheim, Philadelphia, Hartford, or Houston.
See, I know Houston had the... Was that Houston?
17 was Houston.
Where they did the... Where Austin turned.
Yes.
And joined McMahon.
That was Houston. Yep.
So it wasn't this one. So I'm looking for 2000 and for 12, right?
Correct.
I'm going to go with Anaheim. Yeah, there we go.
Anaheim is correct. Philadelphia was WrestleMania 15.
Yeah.
Hartford was WrestleMania 11.
Yeah, because I remember Hartford being like the odd one out of like, that's not a WrestleMania city.
But it was.
It was, but
it was at 11.
It's just, it's not a WrestleMania city.
No, it is not. Not at all. I read something.
It's like going to Murfreesboro.
Hey, I read something in my research and something about like the arena was attached to a shopping center or something.
That's amazing.
And it was, yeah. It was,
That seems like a wrestling thing, though.
For sure. All right, I'm going to give you a list of WWE Hall of Famers.
Okay.
You tell me which two of them made their WrestleMania debut at WrestleMania 12.
Okay.
The 1996.
Okay. The year I was born.
So this should be great. JBL,
Okay.
Triple H, Kane, Edge, Steve Austin, and Booker T. Which two of them made their WrestleMania debut at 12?
Like their first match.
First WrestleMania match.
First WrestleMania match.
Not
Gotcha,
their
gotcha,
first
gotcha.
match
Okay.
match.
At 12.
At
so
12.
I know 13 was Austin Brett.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Austin for one of them. And I feel like it's Triple H. Is it?
That is correct. Triple H wrestled the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 12. He actually debuted the night after WrestleMania 11. So he was in the building, but he did not show up. He debuted the night after. And then, first one was at 12.
Gotcha.
All right, the Winged Eagle World Championship belt
Beautiful belt.
dominated most of the last decade and for a few WrestleManias during this time period as well. However, after a title change at one of these WrestleManias, that version of the belt was replaced by the Big Eagle.
Even more beautiful belt.
So the question is, who was the first person to win, not hold, first person to win the Winged Eagle Championship And who was the last person to win the Winged Eagle Championship?
So there's the first person to win the Winged Eagle one.
And the last person to win it.
To win it.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
The first person to win it is not between WrestleMania 11 and 20.
They did not wrestle between WrestleMania 11 and 20.
It was not. That did not happen. It was before
gotcha.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, a semi-trick question.
Trying to think. Did you give me a year when it switched? I don't think you did.
Nope.
Okay.
Because that would give it away.
That would make it easy. My gut tells me that this is probably wrong. But I'm going to go with just the man I'm looking at right now. I'm staring at the figure of him right now, Shawn.
It is
incorrect. So that was for the last one.
the last person to win the Winged Eagle Championship was from Shawn. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh.
He won the Winged Eagle, and then the next night got presented with the Big Eagle. Trick question. The first one to win it.
I'm going to give a guess. I'm going to give a shot at it.
Go for
and
it.
just go with the man that has held that belt several times. I'm going to go with Hogan.
He was the first person to hold it, but not win it. It was presented to him as a new championship.
Okay.
But the first person to win it was the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, wow.
In the tournament at WrestleMania 4.
Wow. That's a good one.
Great stuff. WrestleMania, again, right around the corner. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you find your podcast. Make sure that you're subscribed on the YouTube channel as well. Make sure you like the video. We're available wherever you find your podcast. Spotify, Apple, Podbean, all the things. Just make sure you're subscribed. We drop episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. And then, of course, like I said earlier, WrestleMania week, we're dropping them every day. So just make sure you're hanging out there and give us your feedback. Let us know what you think at SQCircle_radio on all social media. All right, Andy, let's do a couple more trivia questions on the way out here.
All right.
Which Hall of Fame broadcaster made his final WWF television appearance at WrestleMania 15? Was it Jim Ross, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura, or Bobby the Brain Heenan?
Wow. So, I know it's not JR because he's come back a couple times, just a couple times.
Yes.
The other three, this is why it gets murky.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other three again?
The other three are Gorilla Monsoon,
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura, and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I'm gonna go with Bobby. The Jesse?
It is Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, wow.
Gorilla Monsoon died later in 1999, and that was his final appearance.
Wow.
Jesse, I don't remember his last appearance. Bobby was in WCW at the time.
That's right. Yeah.
Bobby called the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17. Speaking of the Gimmick Battle Royal,
Oh, gosh.
who won the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17?
It was Sheik, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Sheik. It's Sheiky Baby.
It was Sheiky, baby. That's right.
The only one that could win that one.
That's true. Which famous baseball player, manager, and WWE Hall of Famer did Kane torture at WrestleMania during this time
I know this
period?
one because as a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan, I knew about this before I even really started watching wrestling. So this is awesome. I love this Pete Rose.
There we go.
Just a little shout out, put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Hashtag justice for Pete Rose.
Yeah, absolutely.
WrestleMania 2000 marked the WrestleMania debut of 9 of the biggest names of that era. All wrestled their first WrestleMania match.
Okay.
Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Edge, Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys.
Okay.
All had their first match. All their first WrestleMania match.
Okay.
8 of those 9 guys would go on to win world championships in at least one major company. Which one did not?
So I know. What do we consider? I need to know this first. What are we considering a major company?
One of the major ones. So like WWF,
Yeah.
WCW,
Yeah.
TNA is considered.
Okay. Are we considering ECW?
Yes, you
Like
consider
WWE's ECW version?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't matter because Matt Hardy won the TNA title too. I'm going to go with Devon because I don't think he won one. Yeah.
That is correct. Devon is the answer.
Yeah.
Look at you figuring it out.
Because Bully was a great TNA champion.
He was one of the best. At WrestleMania 13, it was a Chicago street fight. And you can't have a Chicago street fight without the Road Warriors.
Right.
So what superstar teamed with the Road Warriors in this 6-man tag to face the Nation of Domination? Was it Vader, Rocky Maivia, Ahmed Johnson, or Mark Marrow?
Vader would be a lot of fun if it was Vader. Because that's 3 really big dudes. I didn't say I wasn't answering Vader. Now I know it wasn't Vader. But Vader that'd have been a lot of fun if it was Vader.
That would have been fun.
I think it was Rocky Maivia. I'm gonna go with Ahmed Johnson.
That one is correct. Speaking of Rocky Maivia and WrestleMania 13, last question here. He defended his Intercontinental Championship on that show against the Sultan. The Sultan is actually a member of the Rock's bloodline. What family member was the Sultan?
Sultan. Like the name?
Yep. Who was it?
The Sultan. I know the name. I can't even think of a name. Nope, I don't know.
The correct answer, Rikishi.
Are you serious?
Rikishi was the Sultan.
Wow.
Yep. It was Rikishi.
Wow. Okay.
He was also Fatu before he was the Sultan.
Okay.
Of the Head
That makes
Shrinkers
sense.
and Fatu.
Yeah.
And then he became the Sultan.
The Sultan.
And then he became Rikishi.
I did not know he was Rikishi. That's insane.
Yep.
That he was that. Wow.
But as we transition here, we've been doing this last couple of weeks. It is time for trivia here on Squared Circle Radio. And since Miss Katie is not well versed in WrestleMania, we are going to let her ask the questions. I have seen some of these. I have not seen all of them. I do not remember any of the answers from these because my memory is not that great. But we are covering WrestleMania 21 through 30. And unlike our normal host, Mr. Chris Belcher, who did very general things, these are very specific to these WrestleManias. So if you've studied up any on WrestleMania 21 through 30, we should do all right. But you can bounce back and forth, so you can start with whoever. You don't have to go in order. Do it however you want to do it. But go ahead.
Probably just gonna go in order.
That's fine.
And I think Andy trying to preface so much just shows that he did cheat, and he'll probably know all the answers to all these questions.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll start with Tyler. Mark Henry faced The Undertaker at WrestleMania 22. In what kind of stipulation match?
Was it a casket match?
Yes, it was a casket match.
Mm.
The only time The Undertaker had one of these types of matches at WrestleMania. Fun fact.
I feel like he would have had more. It's kind of shocking you only have one casket match at Mania.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you would think with Undertaker especially.
All right.
And we're not counting the Boneyard match because that was buried alive. That was not casket. There's a
True.
difference between the two.
Yeah, good observation.
Okay. This one seems specific. At WrestleMania 24, Kane defeated, how do you say his name? This guy.
Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo Guerrero. How long did the match last? Andy, do you want to take a guess?
Oh, it was like choke slam, go home. Basically, is what it was. 10 seconds.
You're very close, but that's not correct. Tyler, do you want to try?
I'm just going to go 20 seconds.
It was 11 seconds.
Oh, wow.
So you were very close.
Choke slam and go home. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it was. It's choke slam and go home. Poor Chavo.
Okay. Andy, I'll come back to you again.
Okay.
The last time the Money in the Bank ladder match happened at WrestleMania 26, who won that match?
I believe that was the Real American Jack Swagger won that one.
That is correct.
I remember
Good
that
job. Okay. Tyler. At WrestleMania 30, Triple H made his big, elaborate entrance, flanked by 3 women in masks. All 3 women would become future champions. Who are the 3 women?
Is it Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha? Are those are 3?
You got 2 out of the 3. Andy, do you want to try?
The other one is fan favorite of Chris Belcher's fan favorite, which is Alexa Bliss, I think.
That is correct.
Oh,
it was
gotcha.
Charlotte,
Yeah.
Sasha, and Alexa.
Yeah,
Bliss.
I remember that one.
Okay. Tyler, we'll go you again. In WrestleMania history, only 6 men have won world championship matches in consecutive manias. Hogan,
Yokozuna.
Austin, Triple H, The Undertaker, and John Cena. One of these 6 men have won the world title 3 consecutive times. Who won 3 consecutive times?
Wow, that's a great question. And this is going to be a lucky guess. Undertaker.
It is not Undertaker. Andy, do you think you have it in you?
I know what this is because this was the man who made me hate wrestling for a long time, John Cena, because he won every match ever. It feels like.
Yes, it was John Cena. Obviously, they got a good reaction out of you.
Oh
It seems like somebody booked that well.
They must have, because Andy, man, I didn't realize all this hate for Cena. Man, this is
No, not anymore. I love Cena now, but just during this
That
21 through 30 was rough.
I know. I'm giving you a hard time.
Okay. Tyler, at WrestleMania 25, who became the oldest participant in a WrestleMania match?
Wow. The oldest participant in a WrestleMania match at WrestleMania. Boy, this is some good ones. I'm trying to think here.
Pull the Rolodex.
I'm just gonna.
Do you have it?
Yeah. Is it going to be now the oldest? It's not Ric Flair, is it?
No, it is not Ric Flair.
That's a great guess, though. I mean, it's the oldest.
Yeah.
It's got to be
kicking.
Flair.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
He
Flair
just had his last
lasted
one
a
at
long
like 77 or something like that.
Yeah.
What WrestleMania is it?
It's WrestleMania 25.
Oh, so it's probably in that Jericho match. It's one of those guys. Ricky Steamboat Dragon.
No, it's not correct. It is Jimmy. I don't know how you say this.
Superfly Snuka.
Yes.
Oh, Snuka.
Jimmy
Wow.
Superfly Snuka. I'm not going to brag, but I knew that one. I don't know how you guys didn't.
No, I would brag. I mean, heck, I would go forget you guys. I knew this one. It's Snuka.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm wearing the popper shirt. Maybe that's why. I didn't
it might be.
answer right.
It might be.
Coconut. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Andy. Triple H and The Undertaker were fined in their match at WrestleMania 27 for what spot in the match?
It was the chair shot to the head. This was in the PG era, so they
Yes.
got big trouble for it.
That
Wow.
is correct. It was the chair shot to the head. Alrighty. Tyler, WrestleMania is all about moments and memories. But at WrestleMania 27, how many championships changed hands?
I'm going to go with 3.
It is not 3. Do you want to take a guess?
1.
It is not 1. The answer is goose egg.
Oh, wow.
0 changes.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
surprised. I would have thought there would have been at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, 27?
Yeah, WrestleMania 27.
Oh, that was Miz Cena. I don't know why I think Cena won that match. He didn't.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to need a lifeline. Apparently.
Phone a friend.
Yeah.
Phone a
Let
friend.
me phone a friend.
Oh gosh. Okay, we've got 3 more.
Okay.
Andy, what say you? Sheamus defeated Daniel Bryan in how many seconds at WrestleMania 28?
I've 18 seconds. I remember that one vividly.
It is 18
Yeah,
seconds.
That was the whole.
How
it
do
was
you
the whole.
know that?
It was the whole storyline going into WrestleMania 30 with him, and the Yes Movement was him basically the year before getting beat in 18 seconds and being disrespected.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember.
Tyler,
that.
did you know that answer? Is that a commonly known thing?
No, I mean, Andy acting like his memory faded, but to me, I think it's all a ploy. It's all like, hey, Tyler, my memory's bad, but wait
Yeah.
till you see me in trivia. Yeah.
I'm a trivia shark, apparently.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, he's the one who handed me the questions. I think it's all a cover up that
there's
he
just some
actually
things
knew
you
these
remember
answers.
because they're so bad. They just stick in your brain.
Right.
This was
No, it's
one of
true.
those.
It's funny. Okay. Tyler, WrestleMania is all about celebrity involvement. But at Mania 28, this celebrity worked a match with 2 broken ribs. Who was the celebrity?
Was it Floyd Mayweather?
It was not.
Oh, that's a good guess. Surely it's not Snooki. Surely it's not Snooki.
Come on, Mr. 18 seconds. You don't remember this one?
I'm just trying to run through who wrestled at WrestleMania celebrity-wise. Stephen Amell?
No, that's
Oh.
not correct.
Who was it?
It's Maria
Oh, Menounos.
Menounos.
Oh, I didn't see that.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize either. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. This is our last one for all the money.
All the money.
Okay, Andy, I'll give it to you.
No, give it to
first.
Tyler.
Okay,
Give it to Tyler.
we'll give it to Tyler.
Give it to Tyler.
Andy knows the answer already. Like I said, he's cheating at all of these.
I would have got them all right if I was cheating at all of them.
You're just playing us. You got to keep it believable. Okay, Tyler. At WrestleMania 29, this superstar made their debut defeating Chris Jericho. Who was it?
Fandango, is that how you say his name?
It was.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
Fandango.
Fandango. I'm a Yankee, so I'd say Fandango, but
No, there's a whole thing. It's Fandango.
Yeah, it's with the accent, but you can blame mine and Andy's southern accents.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we finally hit the stretches of WrestleMania that I'm going to know a lot more about than WrestleMania. What was it, 11 through 20? I did not. That was a rough one.
Yeah,
That was a rough one.
that is true. Yeah, that's true.
Granted, I was born in that time period.
You were
so-
born. You were born the year of WrestleMania 12. You were born
Yeah.
closer to WrestleMania 13 than you were to 12.
Yeah. So, yeah.
This should be fun. 31 through 40. Before we get there, though, we're gonna look back at some WrestleMania cities. There have been technically 41 host cities for WrestleMania.
yeah.
There's been 41. So we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock on our little quiz app here, and we're going to see how many we can name. So we'll go back and forth. I'll give an answer. Andy will give an answer. Tyler will give an answer. And we'll go till we get them all or until the time runs out. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
It sounds like a plan.
I will go first. Timer is running, and I'm going to go with New York City. That's an easy one. That knocks out about 3 or 4. Andy, give us one.
I will go with Dallas.
Dallas will give us a couple as well. Tyler, throw me out a city that's hosted WrestleMania.
I am going to go with New Orleans.
Ooh, 30 and 34. That's nice. I'm going to go with Chicago.
Houston.
That is nail on the head. Tyler, up to you.
Orlando.
Orlando has hosted 3, including the pandemic WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I'm going to go with Los Angeles.
I will go with Atlanta.
Oh, that's a rando. Tyler?
I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Oh, that's another rando. I'm going to go with Detroit.
I'll go with the one that is not a WrestleMania city, Hartford.
We discussed that a couple weeks ago. That is correct. Tyler?
I'm gonna go with Boston. I'm gonna keep it in New England.
There you go. Keep it in New England. I'll stay in the New England area as well and say Philadelphia.
Oh, you took mine. Has it ever been in Vegas?
It has been in Las Vegas. WrestleMania 9 was in Las Vegas. Tyler?
Houston?
We said Houston. Andy got Houston.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with boy. This is where it gets harder. I'm gonna actually go with Phoenix. Has it ever been to Phoenix?
Oh,
I
yeah.
may be
Been
off on
to
that one.
Phoenix. That is correct.
Yep.
I'll knock out a fun one here. Atlantic City, New Jersey. The site of WrestleMania 4 and 5.
Is New York considered for WrestleMania 35?
No, but I will give it to you. It's East Rutherford,
yeah.
New Jersey. Tyler, looks like we've got
I'm gonna
8 cities left.
go with Tampa Bay. I think WrestleMania 37.
Yep.
That
Let's
is
say Tampa Bay.
correct. Let's see here. I'm going to go Indianapolis. That was WrestleMania 8. Andy?
31 was in San Francisco, right?
Yes, that is correct. Tyler, we've got 5 left.
I'm gonna go with the Skydome, Toronto, Ontario. I think WrestleMania 6 where Warrior beat Hogan.
Also the site of WrestleMania 18. That is correct. So we have 12,
Right.
2028. I'll go with 28, and that is Miami.
That's right.
Andy, we had this trivia question a couple of days
did.
ago, and you got it.
I did.
The side of 12 and 2000 for the win.
But I got to remember what it was. Was it Anaheim?
It was Anaheim. That is correct. We nailed it with 2 minutes to go. Good stuff, guys. Love that. All right. That was easy. We nailed that, right? Now, let's try to get to some of the hard
we
stuff.
did.
We nailed it. Let's get to some of the hard stuff. But before we do, let's pay some bills. Make sure you're supporting SportsWire Radio, our exclusive partner. Tom and the crew over there play our shows all the time. They do a fantastic job of covering your sports, whether it's baseball, March Madness, wrestling, whatever it is. They've got you covered. SportsWireRadio.org is where you can listen live. That is sports with a Z. And if you use hashtag All Wrestling Matters on Twitter and make sure it's at Thomas Bryce 2017. That's how you can get a hold of him. And tag us as well at SQCircle_radio. It's a great family over there. We appreciate their support very much. All right, boys, let's get in it. WrestleMania 31 through 40 trivia. Now, a couple of these questions are a little general.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. So it's not necessarily
All right.
specific to the event, but it all has something to do with the event.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Andy, I'm going to throw to you first.
Okay.
This weekend coming up at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins will all be pulling double duty, wrestling both nights.
Okay.
Would be the first to do that. Steve Austin appeared both nights at 38, but he didn't wrestle
Right.
both nights. And I'm not counting Miz's impromptu matches, so
Right.
these are the first ones to pull double duty. However, Seth Rollins pulled double duty at WrestleMania 31. As we know, Money in the Bank cash-in, right there's the figure. And so he is the only one to have cashed in, obviously, Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. But he's not the first person to pull double duty at a single WrestleMania. In fact, one superstar has pulled double duty 2 years in a row at WrestleMania. Who was it?
Let's see. I know Daniel Bryan pulled double duty at 30.
At a single WrestleMania.
Was that
Yep.
a single WrestleMania? But back-to-back years?
Back-to-back years pulling double duty. And Tyler, you start thinking. I'm coming to you if Andy doesn't get it.
Double duty in back-to-back years.
Yep.
Is it during this?
No.
So, okay.
It's another very general.
Yeah. Back-to-back years pulling double duty. I feel like I'm just going to throw a name out there, but I don't know if he wrestled earlier that night, but I'm sure he did. We'll go with Hogan. Oh.
He did pull double duty once, but not twice. Tyler, do you have a guess?
I'm off base here. My guess is just Triple H. Just a guess.
It's not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess. Andy was the closest. You're on the right track. It wasn't Hogan, but it was Hogan's opponent. Yokozuna pulled double duty,
he did pull double duty that.
at WrestleMania 9 against Bret Hart and Hogan. And then against Lex Luger and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10.
Oh, wow.
Yokozuna pulling double duty. All right.
Wow.
Here's another
That
general.
slipped my mind.
Here's another general question. I'm going to throw to Tyler first on this one. This weekend at WrestleMania, The Rock will become the second ever wrestler to compete at a WrestleMania in 4 different decades. He's the second. Tyler, can you tell me who the first one to do it in 4 different decades?
The first one to do it in 4 different decades. Boy, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with, would it be Undertaker?
It is The Undertaker. Tyler is correct.
Yep.
The Undertaker competed in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Technically, he did. All right, Andy, speaking of The Undertaker, we all know about his impressive 21 straight wins, 24-2 overall record. 24 wins is clearly good enough for the most of all time. But which of these 4 men has the most losses in WrestleMania history? Is it Shawn Michaels? Is it The Big Show? Is it Triple H? Or is it Randy Orton?
I feel like it's... I'm going to go with Shawn. Really?
It is not Shawn Michaels. Tyler, do you have a guess between Triple H, Randy Orton, and The Big Show?
Big Show.
Is it Randy?
It is Triple H with
Really?
13 losses
Ah.
at WrestleMania.
I can't think of
I'm
many.
like Andy. I did not expect Triple H. Yeah.
Triple H.
Wow.
I know, right?
Huh.
All right. Andy, I'm going to go to you this one.
Okay.
Zack Ryder, your favorite, famously won the Intercontinental Championship in the opening match, WrestleMania 32. He was not originally scheduled to be in that match. It was another superstar who actually was injured a few weeks earlier on Monday Night Raw. Who was it?
Pretty sure that was Neville when he got hurt with Jericho. Yeah.
It was Neville. He got hurt against Chris Jericho just a couple weeks before
Yeah.
Mania. They slid Zack Ryder in and said, what the heck? All right, Tyler, I'm going to throw you this one. Here we go. At most
Okay.
WrestleManias, there's a battle royal. Okay? Try to get everybody on the card. Most of the time it's on the pre-show. One time it was on the main card. That was the first one, WrestleMania 30. But at WrestleMania 34, fans were treated to an Easter egg. There was a participant in the pre-show battle royal that lasted all of 40 seconds. And then he made an appearance on the main card as well. But in between the time, he completely shaved his head.
I know this one.
Tyler, who was it?
I know this one.
Baron Corbin.
That is incorrect. Andy, who
would
is
be
it?
Aiden English.
Aiden English.
I vividly remember that.
Aiden English came out to sing Rusev to the ring.
And he was balling over. I vividly remember being like, wait, he had hair like an hour ago.
Yes.
Why is he bald now?
He did. All right, Andy, I'm going to throw you the last one of this round, then we're going to move on to some other stuff. There are 3 men in the history of WrestleMania that have won both the Intercontinental Championship and the WWE Championship on the WrestleMania card. Who are those 3 men?
They have won or retained?
One.
Okay. So Seth Rollins is one of them.
That is correct.
Daniel Bryan is another one.
That is also correct.
The Intercontinental and
Tyler, I'm coming to you if he doesn't get the third
WWE.
one.
And I'm just going to throw a random one out there because
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go with Macho Man.
It's a good guess.
Yeah.
Very good guess. Tyler, do you have a guess as to who the third man is? Not Hogan. Not
The
Hogan.
Rock.
What was your guess?
The Rock.
Wow.
It is incorrect.
That's a good
Correct
guess.
answer is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, how did I miss that one? Oh my gosh.
He won the
Bret.
title at WrestleMania 10,
Yep.
but one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time against the Hot Rod Roddy Piper
Yep.
at WrestleMania
That's a
8.
classic.
That is so good. All right. Tyler, I will go to you first.
Okay.
It's not really a question about this decade, but who has the overall record for competing in the most consecutive world title matches in WrestleMania history? Is it Charlotte Flair, Randy Orton, Triple H, or John Cena? Most consecutive world title matches at WrestleManias.
That's a good one. I'm going to have to go with Triple H.
Andy, do you have a guess?
I'm going to go with Charlotte. Really?
Charlotte has the most for the women
Yeah.
at 5, but the overall record is the GOAT, John Cena, with 7. He competed for the world title at WrestleManias 21 through 27.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't it?
It's amazing.
All right, Andy, WrestleManias are most known for big moments, and most big moments happen with title switches. Which WrestleMania, counting the pre-show, had 8 title changes in one show, the most in WrestleMania history? Was it 39, 35, 30, or 29?
I'm going to go with 35 because it had a lot. But I'm going with 35.
That is correct. 8 title changes happened on 39.
Crazy.
2 more titles were defended. The Usos and Samoa Joe survived that night.
Yeah.
The rest of them
That's
changed
crazy.
hands. All right. Tyler, coming to you. Dolph Ziggler. That's a blast from the past. He's been one of the most utilized and longest tenured wrestlers in the history of WWE, but when it comes to singles matches at WrestleMania, the show-off only had 1. Which WrestleMania did it happen at? Was it 31, 34, 36, or 37?
I'm going to go with 31.
Singles match?
Singles match for Ziggler. Andy, what do you think?
What were the other 3 options?
34, 36, and 37.
I don't remember anything from 36 because it is the pandemic one. I'm going to go with 36.
That is correct. Dolph Ziggler wrestled Otis at WrestleMania 36,
Oh, I do
fighting
remember
over
that.
Mandy
Mandy
Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
How could I not think of, well...
Tyler, I teed you up
Mandy
so
Rose.
good for that one. That was
I
you.
know. I don't know why I wanted to think 31, but I'm glad Andy got it. He deserved it because these are kind of tough. It's like,
They are.
did that happen? But it did.
It
Yeah.
did happen. That's correct. All right, Andy, coming to you next. Who are the only 2 superstars in WrestleMania history to have headlined the show in their first appearance?
In their first appearance.
And it doesn't count WrestleMania 1. That's
Right.
an obvious one.
It's like their first time ever at WrestleMania.
At a WrestleMania, yes. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Both of them are fairly recent.
Okay. And headlined.
Headlined main event of WrestleMania.
Wasn't Ronda, because she wrestled at 34 and went in the main event.
That's correct.
Wasn't Roman, because the Shield wrestled at 29.
And 30.
Yeah. And Daniel Bryan. Headlined. That's the one that's throwing me off, is headlined.
Tyler, get ready. Coming to you if he doesn't get it.
Their first WrestleMania.
Yep.
I'll go with Brock
That is correct.
for one.
That is correct. WrestleMania 19.
Yeah. And then Charlotte?
Charlotte wrestled at 32, and that was not the main event.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tyler, do you have a guess?
I've got a guess, but boy, this is going out on a limb. Wasn't Becky, was it?
It's a good guess. The correct answer is of the female variety. Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, because she debuted at WrestleMania 36.
After, yes, she showed
She
up.
showed up at WrestleMania
She
36,
showed
and
up.
then she main evented WrestleMania 37 with Sasha.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Bianca Belair. All right, Andy, coming back to you on this one. Her counterpart at WrestleMania 37 was
Sasha.
Sasha Banks, the boss. Sasha, just like Dolph Ziggler, has been used in several different roles over
Yep.
the years. But her first singles match, no, sorry, that was Dolph. Sasha only has one WrestleMania victory under her belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which WrestleMania was it?
WrestleMania 38, where her and Naomi won the titles, because I remember Viv was talking about that beforehand. Yeah.
That is correct, and then she walked out a month later.
She did.
Yeah, they did.
Tyler, she didn't take that victory too well.
Nope.
No, she did not. We definitely heard about that for a long time and still probably will.
All right. This is going to be a tough one, so I'm going to get both of you guys involved. I'm not going to just single you up here.
Okay.
So, if you got names, name them. There are 5 wrestlers who have wrestled at WrestleMania the night after their Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Between the both of you, can you name all 5?
Ray.
Correct?
After their Hall of Fame induction.
So the Hall of Fame induction happened on Saturday. They wrestled on Sunday, or in Ray's case, Friday, and he wrestled on
Right.
Saturday.
Did Edge?
Edge did not.
Okay.
2 of them happened on the same show.
Did Shawn?
Shawn did not.
Was Shawn the next year?
Shawn was the next year. Same as Edge. Same next year.
2 of them happened on the same show.
2 of them happened on the same show.
I know one of them. Angle?
Incorrect.
When did he get inducted?
What about Ric Flair?
Angle got inducted the night before 33, and he wrestled at 35.
34 and 35. Yeah.
What, Tyler?
Did Ric Flair do it?
Ric Flair did
After he was
it.
inducted?
The night after he was inducted, he wrestled Shawn Michaels.
That's right.
So there's 2. 3 more.
Goldberg?
That is incorrect. He wrestled at 33, and he got inducted at 34. 2 of them you're not thinking of, and the 2 that happened on the same show, I don't think you're going to get. So I'm going to give it to
Like
you anyway.
old?
They're old guys, but
Yeah.
they wrestled at WrestleMania 25.
Oh, wait.
Ricky the
I
Dragon
knew that-
Steamboat
yeah.
and Jimmy Snuka.
They wrestled Jericho.
They wrestled Jericho.
That's right.
And the last one, Triple H.
DX?
Triple H.
He was inducted with DX, and he wrestled Batista.
I was thinking of singles guys. I wasn't
The
thinking
night
of
after.
tags.
See, I tricked you on that one. Tyler, I'm going to throw to you
And
the
that
last
was
question.
35, right?
Yep.
I'm going to throw to you on the last question, Tyler. Here we go.
Okay.
Who has headlined the most WrestleManias? Is it The Undertaker? Is it Roman Reigns? Is it Triple H? Or is it John Cena?
That's a good question. I'm going to go back to Undertaker.
It's not The Undertaker. Andy?
Roman's in it 7 times. Cena did it a lot. I'm gonna go with Roman. Yeah.
That is correct. Our tribal chief has headlined the most WrestleManias. I don't know what the actual number is.
Because he did 31, 32, 33, 34.
Yep.
Didn't 35.
36.
Didn't 36.
Not 30, sorry.
37, 38, 39.
And he's about
to do 40.
He's about to add 2 more to it because they count night 1 and 2.
So 9. That'll be 9, I think.
He'll be up to 9. We'll acknowledge our tribal chief one more time. Speaking of acknowledging our tribal chief, WrestleMania 40. Tyler, it's tomorrow, man. Now, I'm going to disclaimer this. I'm saying it's tomorrow, but for you listening, we are recording this a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
So if we say something that happens, sorry. All right. But Tyler, I'm going to throw to you first, man. What are your thoughts? Looking ahead at 40, we got a main event both nights that we don't exactly know how it's going to shake out, featuring Roman Reigns, lots of stuff. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I think Cody is going to finish the story. I think they made the right call last year. I know Andy's probably going to disagree with me, but I will say that I know they got the tag team match, but I think Rock is going to turn on Roman. I think he's going to either take over the bloodline or he's going to help Cody, where it looks like he's been aligned with Roman, because I think the seeds have been sown a little bit. If you've been paying attention, the way he signals his hand, the way he calls himself the final boss, I don't think there's going to be room enough for those egos. So even in storyline, it's going to make sense. Maybe this actually helps Cody, believe it or not, is a Rock turn. I'm kind of trying to think of it from that perspective. So I think there's a lot of interest with which way they could go. But I'm looking forward to not only the tag team match, but the match between Roman and Cody. On night 2, I presume, because night 1 will have the tag team match with Cody and Seth taking on Rock and Roman. And it'll depend on the stipulation, too, out of the tag team match.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's one of those things where we just don't know which direction it's going to go, Andy.
Yeah.
Even still.
Yeah, I mean, there's 1,000 scenarios where this could play out, good and bad for all of it. But I think night 1 is going to end in a way that is going to make night 2 even more unclear.
Absolutely, it will.
In a way that is going to at least put a lot of doubt towards one camp.
Yep.
And whatever camp that is, I'm hoping they put a lot of doubt towards Cody, because if it's a lot of doubt towards Roman, then I'm going to be real nervous going into night 2. But I don't know how you can do this without finishing Cody's story at this point.
I don't know. I mean, lots of rumors about Seth turning on Cody. I don't think that makes any sense if he's not a champion.
Yeah.
Because them feuding without a title again just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Lots of speculation about Rock turning. We speculated about that a couple of weeks ago, whether Roman turns on Rock instead of Rock turning on Roman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
I'll tell you this. I remember vividly Andy telling you last year, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the Usos night 1. I said, I am really doubting night 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really doubting Cody's likelihood of winning, and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you right now, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win night 1. Lock in for the long reign for the tribal chief, because I don't think it happens.
Well, I told you this a couple weeks ago, and I'm still feeling good about it. My lock of WrestleMania is Cody winning.
Yes, you did. That cut is available on our
It
YouTube
is.
channel.
It
Go
is.
check it out. Most viewed video on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. Again, I'm still
But
24.
I see what you're saying.
24 hours away.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
not ready to agree
Yeah.
with you because I just
But here's
I don't know. I just don't feel good about it.
Here's what we said. Here's what the argument was. I think it was your argument after Cody didn't win last year is, what do you do with Cody next?
Yep.
If he doesn't win, what do you do with Cody?
Yep.
I mean, he to me, if he doesn't win, he's going to the mid card area. Not like full time, but it just is going to. It's not going to be good for him because I don't know where he goes from there after that.
Right. Tyler, any thoughts on if Cody doesn't finish the story, what they might do with him?
It's going to be fascinating if he doesn't finish the story and win against Roman Reigns. There's a lot of scenarios. Could Roman and Rock feud? Maybe it's Cody versus Rock. Maybe we get a feud out of that if he doesn't win. Maybe The Rock does cost Cody. And you brought up a good point about why Seth turning does not make a lot of logical sense. I also want to turn to the Rollins-McIntyre matchup. I think Punk may cost McIntyre if he's going to be there. That's a good way not to get him too physically involved if he's injured.
Yep.
But I wouldn't mind seeing McIntyre win the match. I like Seth as champion, but I guess you're going to the scenario that it's good for the heels to chase the babyface a little bit or vice versa. But yeah, I kind of like CM Punk interjecting into the match, maybe ruining the moment for Drew since he's been talking it up on social media and bragging about, taking Punk out.
Here's what I want to see. This is my dream scenario for that match. Again, CM Punk is going to be on Monday Night Raw on March 25th, which again has already passed. So again, if we say something that already happens, sorry, but we're recording this ahead of time. My scenario is that Punk is the special guest referee. And then we play out the Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Undertaker SummerSlam scenario from 97 to where Punk tries to cost Drew and he ends up costing Seth.
Yeah.
And he has to count the 3 for Drew McIntyre to win the championship.
Yeah.
That's how I'd play it.
Yeah, I could see that. The thing is, though, Punk hates both guys. So
well, yeah, it wouldn't be so bad for Punk and Rollins, but for Punk to have to count the 3 for all the crap that Drew has talked. Yeah.
But I do think if he's not special guest referee, he is 1,000% on commentary for that match.
Yep.
I also would love for Punk to be on commentary for the night 1 match, the tag match,
cool.
because he has a lot of history with Cody. He's got a lot of history with Seth. He's got a lot of history with The Rock. He's the one that at the press conference was saying, I'd have punched Rock right in the mouth, and you can see The Rock's reaction to that statement. So I would love it if Punk was on commentary the whole show.
Yeah. I
think he could do commentary for kind of do the Samoa Joe WrestleMania 37.
Yep.
But then let him come back and wrestle because I don't understand why we didn't do that with Joe. But I would love to see that happen.
Yep.
But for the Drew Seth match, I think it's going to be an underrated match.
For sure.
Like I think a lot of people are looking to the main event of night 2, which we should. But I think that one is going to be really, really good to see those two guys.
I'm just excited overall for WrestleMania to see what stories end, what stories begin, what stories continue. Lots of good stuff. Andy, what's something else real quick on the card that you're really looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Yes.
I think that's going to be a really good one between those two. I think both, because we talked about it a couple weeks ago, that LA Knight needs the WrestleMania win.
Yes.
AJ Styles just needs a win. Yes. Like we're at that point where AJ needs to get a big win, but LA Knight needs a WrestleMania win. So they kind of backed themselves into a corner a little bit with this, but it's going to be very curious to see where they go with both guys, no matter what happens.
Yep. Tyler, what about you? Something else on the card that you're really looking forward to?
I think what's compelling is the story with Damage Control. Io Sky taking on Bayley. I think Bayley's worthy of the moment to take the title from Io, but I can also see where Sky wouldn't retain. You could see it both ways.
Yep.
And there'll probably be some interference, but I think the way they've teased it with Jade Cargill and some of these others confronting Dakota Kai and and all the Kabuki warriors. Maybe there's some backup for Bayley in case that happens, where she can overcome the odds. So I'm looking forward to that women's match. I'm just happy for both of them. I think it's going to be a great match, and they'll be able to be a little more creative because it is WrestleMania. It's not on TV. It's premium live event. No offense, but you can do a lot more, and it's the grandest stage. So why not? This is a huge platform, and it's going to be awesome.
It's a huge spot for both of them. I'm very glad that they're both getting this spot. It's really, really cool. All right, let's wrap up this episode. Good stuff, guys. Tyler, thanks for playing along our fun trivia games.
You're very welcome.
Hopefully we didn't stump you too bad. Tyler does a whole lot of stuff, not just on the Squared Circle radio platform, not just on the MCWF. Tyler has a whole lot of stuff that he does. Tyler, tell everybody where they can find your work and just about the other stuff that you do.
Sure, they can find my work on at Dustin Tyler 86, also at Tyler's Takedowns without the S. But Tyler's Takedowns is a program on SJP World Media where I discuss some of the modern stuff, but I kind of go old school a little bit. And I'm having fun with it. A new episode just dropped. And, hey, I'm on Squared Circle Radio with these guys. I'm also... I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. I'm speaking of being stumped. I'm afraid I'm going to leave out somebody, so I better just keep it at a couple guests here, and also in the corner. That's another show on SJP World Media. Shout out to Benny. He does great jobs. He does it mainly solo, but he'll let me tag in. So every now and then. So that's a cool show. And hey, I'm just happy to be part of this show. It was fun to be stumped. I forgot how much. Probably WrestleManias I may have missed. Now that I think about it, maybe I didn't watch as many as I thought, but that's what made this exciting. It was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you.
Glad that you had fun. Again, you can catch Tyler on the SJP World Media platform. You can also catch him right here every Thursday on the MCWF. If you're not subscribed to our channel, what in the world are you waiting for? Make sure you are on YouTube and wherever you find your podcast, as the MCWF is audio only. So you want to go check out that podcast feed. Again, follow Tyler at Dustin Tyler 86 for all of his great work. Follow me at Chris Belcher 24. Andy is at Andy_SQR. Yeah. And the show is at SQ_radio. Again, subscribe. If you haven't checked out the content from this week, please go do that. Josh Pate, yes, the late kicks, Josh Pate, the number 4 college football personality in the world.
He's really the number 1, though.
He's really number 1 in our hearts, even though he's number 4 on that list. He's number 1 in our hearts. The heck with Brandon Walker. Josh Pate made an appearance on this podcast. We talk about wrestling. The dude knows way more than you think he does. Yeah. Dude is so smart. Go check out that interview as well as our previews as we get ready for tomorrow night, WrestleMania 40 XL. We're going to be live tomorrow night after WrestleMania. We're going to be live Sunday night after WrestleMania. If you want to listen to us live,
come hang out. Give us your thoughts, man, because it's going to be a wild weekend. A wild weekend personally. A wild weekend March Madness wise, a wild weekend WrestleMania wise. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come hang out with us.
Jared Justice is going to be here in person. We're even going to try to get Tyler Peters to be here in person. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out with us on Squared Circle Radio. We will catch you guys down the road.